Hi guys, welcome once again. And in the previous videos, I've I have told you two stories, two life-changing stories. One was about to do something to change the world, and second one was about to let things go, let our stress and pressures go. And now, the third story was about a shark bait. So it was like this. During a research experiment, a marine biologist placed a shark into a large holding tank and then released several small bait fish into the tank. As you would expect, the shark quickly swam around the tank, attacked, and ate the smaller fish. The marine biologist then inserted a strong piece of clear fiberglass into the tank, creating two separate partitions. She then put the shark on one side of the fiberglass and new set of bait fish on the other. Again, the shark quickly attacked. This time, however, the shark slammed into the fiberglass divider and bounced off. Undeterred, the shark kept repeating this behavior every few minutes to no avail. Meanwhile, the bait fish swam around unharmed in the second partition. Eventually, about an hour into the experiment, the shark gave up. This experiment was repeated several dozen times over the next few weeks. Each time, the shark got less aggressive and made fewer attempts to attack the bait fish until eventually the shark got tired of hitting the fiberglass divider and simply stopped attacking altogether. The marine biologist then removed the fiberglass divider, but the shark didn't attack. The shark was trained to believe a barrier existed between it and the bait fish, so the bait fish swam wherever they wished, okay, from free from harm. So the moral of the story is many of us, after experiencing setbacks and failures, emotionally give up and stop trying. Like the shark in the story, we believe that because we were unsuccessful in the past, so we will be unsuccessful in present and in future. In other words, we continue to see a barrier in our heads, even when no real barrier exists between where we are and where we want to go. So now the fourth story is being and breathing. One warm evening many years ago, after spending nearly every working minutes with Angel for 8 straight days, I knew that I had to tell her just one thing. So late at night, just before she fell asleep, I whispered it in her ear. She smiled, the kind of smile that makes me smile back. And she said, when I am 75 and I think about my life and what it was like to be young, I hope that I can remember this very moment. I few, a few seconds later, she closed her eyes and fell asleep. The room was peaceful, almost silent. All I could hear was the soft purr of her breathing. I stayed awake thinking about the time we would spend together and all the choices in our lives that made this moment possible. And at same point I realized that it didn't matter what we'd done or where we would gone, nor did nor the future hold any significance. All that mattered was the serenity of the moment, just being with her and breathing with her. So we must not allow the clock, the calendar, and the external pressures to rule our lives and blind us to the fact that each individual moment of our lives is a beautiful mystery and a miracle, especially those moments we spend in the presence of a loved one. Thank you.